Hey, gods and goddesses, what does your degree actually mean? What does your degree really mean? We can call it degree theory in astrology, we can call it degree symbolism, whatever you want to call it. This is all about the fine print in your cosmic blueprint, which is your natal chart. Every or each degree in your natal chart has a special layer of meaning that is trying to be revealed for you. And I'm going to reveal 0 through 29 and what each degree means. So keep up and grab your birth chart because these are so freaking obsessible. I've become so obsessed with the degree theory because it makes more sense than a lot of things that are going on in the birth chart. When you can understand your degree theory, you will understand the natal chart 100 times more. So I'm gonna make it very easy and very simple for you to follow along and understand. And we're gonna talk about the critical degrees in astrology as well, and also the most important ones. Okay, so ultimately, all of these degrees, right, or all of these um, planetary degrees, aspect degrees, these all shape your personal journey, your personal development, your soul's journey, what you're meant to learn here. If we talk about the ascendant degree, that is the first one that is very important in my eyes because this is here. It's like your gateway into your personal power, your personal representation, right? How you're engaging with the world, but most importantly, how your soul is developing. You are supposed to develop within your ascendant sign. So, of course, naturally, the ascendant degree makes a lot of a difference. What is the degree at that point, right? I'm going to go over 0 to 29, and whatever degree is at that point is the degree that you are supposed to be embodying in this lifetime, right? And then we want to go on to the sun degree. I think the sun degree is very important in our natal charts because the sun is our core, our identity, our vital force, our energy here in our conscious self here in the physical plane. And the exact degree is where your soul or your identity is urging you to express yourself. So I think that's very important here in this lifetime, right? And the next one that I think is important are the energetic degrees, which is, oh, well, the energetic degree, which is going to be 29. 29, when we talk about 29 being an anaretic degree, this is a very crucial and critical degree which feels very intense. So if you have 29 degrees in your chart, it's like your soul is urging you. This is a very like potent point in your chart where there can be significant moments. There's a transition in energy, even unresolved energy in some type of way, but there is needing, you know, you have to pay extra attention to this point of your chart because you're needing to resolve a life lesson or re-resolve a life lesson. You know what I'm saying? The 29th degree is considered to be a degree of transition, right? But a moment of transition, but a fast one, an intense one, a one that really is crucial. It's moving you to the next thing, whether you're ready for it or not. um the 29th degree is very important within your chart. What other aspect planet points are at the 29th degree are always going to be important for you. And then I want to talk about the vertex degree. The vertex degree in your chart is VX, capital V and X. The reason why I bring up the vertex degree is because many astrologers don't pay attention to the vertex degree. I do, because the vertex degree is a really significant part in our chart, because it's a calculated point where we can expect fated events, even karmic encounters. But they're very significant because it explore on they're significant because these are the times where you're exploring your destiny. You're exploring fate, or you're exploring these relationships that feel very fated or something like that. But in these encounters, where your life shifts in some type of way, you know and karmic doesn't always have to be bad. Karmic is any type of encounter, and I think that the vertex are very faded corners, so it's not bad at all. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels faded and it feels like destiny. So I think that's a very crucial part of our charts when it comes to degree. And then I want to talk about the other critical degrees because we talk about the 29th, but there are other ones, which are 0, 13, and 26. I think 0 is a very critical degree because it's like, hey, this is your first start. You don't know anything and you're pushed just to know something. You're pushed to learn, It's a very point of initiation, yes, but it's also where you're taking baby steps where you don't know, but this is your point of initiation. This is your point to know and to learn. The 13th, whereas we're talking about the 13th and the 29th degree, these can be seen as very significant turning points because they can cause a lot of stress. Depending on the chart, obviously, and depending on what else is going on within the natal chart, the 13th and 26th degree can be very can have it's like these roles in our lives that are no longer working for us, and it causes stress and it causes anxiety and it causes us to feel heavy within the body. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's something that must be done, but to take the next step is very stressful in some type of way. So that those degrees are pretty critical in my opinion. But in in all, I feel like each degree carries the weight of your personal development. And I'm going to go over each degree because obviously it's different for all of us. We all have different degrees, but in your natal chart, every degree carries a very significant part, whether it needs to be unlocked, looked at. It is very important detail. And let's go over 0 through 29 because I just want you to be obsessed with it as I am obsessed with it, and try to understand it in a way. Look at your sun, moon, and rising sign. But I will say, look at that rising sign. And I also want to go over to the planetary degrees as well because those play a significant part too. Like the planetary degrees are freaking lessons, and it's we're here to learn those lessons. So let's go over it, and let you be obsessed with it as I am obsessed with it. Alrighty, starting out with 0, and I'm just gonna go 0 through 29, and let's do it. Okay, 0. Here we have the 0 degree. This is where your soul is awakening. This is your fresh cosmic start. This is where the seed is planted for your potential. What will you do? You have been given the seed of life. Now use it and plant something great. So, and then let's go on to the first degree. The first degree is the spark. This is initiation energy. This is where your soul is saying, let's go, let's get something done, let's start something, let's do something new in this lifetime. What are we going to do? This is your new start. Here, what are you going to do with it? Okay, and then let's go to the second one. Second degree. Second, duality. This is your duality check. This is bringing clarity to the mind. This is choosing alignment over confusion. Do not confuse yourself. You can see clearly because you have an intuition. Use your intuition, okay? Third, the third degree is this is your creative expression. Here, this is where ideas flow. Okay, your soul wants to speak, write, and move and share. If you have a 3 degree, this is where you want to be communicative. Use your mind to be expressive in some type of way. 4, this is rooted energy, grounded energy. Here is where we're building foundations. If you have 4, your soul is asking, what makes me feel steady? What holds me steady? Okay. And then 5, the dynamic change. 5 is the number of change, right? Being restless, bold. This is a trust of faith, flexibility, because changes are happening and you have to be bold and brave. Honestly, this is a great number. 5 is one of my favorite ones because this here gets you to be bold and standing your ground. Have confidence. Okay, 6, this is sacred service. Here is where your soul needs purpose, or your soul is trying to service with a purpose. Here is where, if you have 6 degree, your soul wants to offer healing. Okay, and then 7, this is a spiritual insight. Downloads are coming in when we have the 7th degree. We are seeing beyond the veil, we are seeing into the unknown. We are using our imagination more More potently, when we have the seventh degree, we can easily be in our imagination, very vividly. Eighth degree, power integration. This means your soul is learning the power of its own influence. It's learning that it has power. If you have a eight degree, you are coming into your personal power. Okay, nine, these are completion. Nine is a number of completion. In my opinion, it's also the highest number of the universe, or the highest number in general. We can only go up to nine. And so this is where a cycle ends. It is time for you to let go and level up. This is time for you to really let go when we have the number nine in. Yes, because the cycle is ending. So honestly, this is a nine is the number of completion. Okay, 10. 10 is earth magic. 10 is our grounding magic where we can manifest. This is our manifestation. The manifestation begins. Spiritual energy gets results when we have eight degree. 11th degree, mastery call. Your soul is asking for greatness. It's asking you to choose a higher path, to go on a higher path. It's calling for you to commit to a higher path. 12th degree, this is your deepest emotional mastery. Here's where you can embrace the depths of your emotions. Your soul is definitely going to test your emotional integrity or your emotional intelligence when you have the 12th degree. The 13th degree is your um transformative path, because the 13th degree, there's no looking back. Your soul is like trying to reshape itself and reform itself. It wants to go, it's nowhere to look back, it's only forward. Yes, and then we have the 14th degree. So the 14th degree is like the wisdom degree through change, right? You're moving, you're not being as stubborn, but you're accepting, flexibility. Flexibility is key when you have the 14th degree, because your soul is trying to grow or trying to learn through adaptability and like being curious and things. So the 15th degree, I love this degree too, because this is divine manifestation. I feel as though if you have the 15th degree in something significant, such as like your sun sign, even like a Jupiter Venus sign, a planet, any aspects or points. If you have the 15th degree, I just love this. This is divine manifestation. Like your soul wants to bring your dreams into form. Trust the process, and most importantly, trust yourself. Whatever is at that 15th degree, please have more trust in that degree. Let's just say like it's your sun sign. I just like saying that. It's your sun sign. Have more faith in your inner calling, your inner knowing, know more than you have faith. Okay, and then we have the 16th degree. This is a sudden awakening. I think that Uranus, this gives like a Uranus type of vibe, in my opinion. This is unexpected truths or unexpected shifts or unexpected, knowledge coming to the forefront, or unexpected shift that causes you to awaken abruptly. Okay, but this expands your mind. This expands like your electricity in your brain, if that makes sense. So as you're shifting, it's like your mind is upgrading. And then the 17th degree, this is your visionary degree. This is your futuristic degree. Kind of, if you have the 17th degree, these are individuals who have like soul downloads about the future, or they have downloads about like cosmic collectiveness or cosmic consciousness or the collectiveness of humanity. Like they have true insight to those types of things. And it's like their mind is like future focused. 18th degree, this is emotional clarity. Your soul sees and feels very deeply when you have the 18th degree. The more that you clear your emotional fog. Well, let's just say that clarity comes after the emotional fog. So the more that you can feel, right, the more deeply that you can feel, and the more that you can let it pass, the more that you can see the bigger picture. 19th degree, unstoppable force. In 19th degree, this is your soul strength. This here is a breakthrough moment that really transforms you, makes or breaks you type of thing. 19, but you definitely have the strength when you have the 19th degree. 20th degree, higher communication or higher connection to the divine, right? The 20th degree is like your soul's call to the divine. This is a cosmic reunion. You are meant to connect with the divine in this lifetime, through higher connection, higher consciousness. If you have the 20th degree, please go ahead and answer the calls to the divine, to the higher source. Okay, 21 degree or 21st degree, divine completion. Okay, we have endings when we have the 21st degree, and we have beginnings, because your soul is sealing its cosmic or karmic, or I like to say cosmic, but really it's karmic. When we have the 21st degree, it's sealing its soul circle. So whatever it's ending and starting a new um, circle, a transition, a new cycle. That makes sense when you're at the 21st degree. So definitely make it cosmic and not karmic. When we have the 22nd degree, this here is a master teacher. This is your soul's wisdom. Your soul has wisdom and codes for you to unlock when you have the 22nd degree. You are a spiritual archetype at your core. And, honestly, when it comes to your own destiny as well, it's like all of the answers are inside you when you have the 22nd degree. 23rd degree. This is a degree of leadership. It's time to step up. It's time for you to understand that your soul is literally born resilient, and have more self-reliance on the self, have more authority within your own self-worth, and the way that you are portraying yourself to the world, because you are a born leader at the 23rd degree, and you have to act like it. If that makes sense, where the 29th degree shows up, because this is where your soul is learning to be more self-reliant, learning the lines of authority, but it's all within you, and it's time to step up and take on that role, because it's naturally within you. Okay, 24th degree, the collective power. When we talk about the 24th degree, it is your soul's service to the whole, your soul's service to humanity. Haha, no, it's like, nah. But this is really a mission of unity, of bringing people together. And I will say that it's bringing a collective consciousness together of like-minded people, servicing the whole, but with a certain idea that brings people together. You know what I'm saying? That's the 24th degree. You have a power of the collective. And then the 25th degree, this is your ascendance growth. I like the 25th degree because your ascendance growth. Let's just think about this, right? Um, Wherever, like I said, your ascendant sign, or what you are rising into, what you are becoming, this is your soul's rising, right? Your soul is becoming, embodying something, your soul is birthing something anew. But this is such a beautiful transition, because when you grow, when your avatar grows, your brain structure grows, your environment grows, everything around you grows, um, as an individual, everything works more for you. Because when we are growing solely, this is our ascendant, we are growing solely, we are on a mission to unlock things that we knew we were going to encounter in this lifetime. We're actually doing what we're supposed to do, if that makes sense. So everything works more perfectly, things are more fated and make more sense in destiny. But it is going over that growth, the growing pains of the ascendant, getting past of what you think and embodying something that is a little bit scary. But it's definitely birthing a new you. So let's move on to the 26th degree, the cosmic soul work. When we talk about the 26th degree, there are major shifts in your identity and your purpose and even the way that you define yourself, even the way that you um define your soul. Like it's things about you at the 26th degree that change your identity. Something shifts to where you're like, wait, this is not even my purpose, and something else becomes your purpose. This is a huge shift right here, but this is like cosmic readjustment or realignment. 27th degree, this is the cosmic rebirth. This is a death of your old self. When we're talking about the 27th degree, I really think the phoenix rises at the 27th degree, because they're At the 27th degree, your self will die in some type of way, where you think of yourself in some way and it completely just dies. That right there is a significant one, and one that is truly meant to happen in this lifetime. And then we move on to the 28th degree, divine mastery. I like this one as well, because this is a degree where this marks a spiritual teacher. This marks a cosmic elder. This marks someone who has walked the path, who has truly walked the path that they were meant to walk. And, our birth charts are going to be with us, right, until we get, till our final days, or whatever the case is. But we are on a self mastery journey, and wherever we see our 28th degree, our soul has really learned and walked in that path. That's a beautiful thing, right? That is what we can hope for. Because when we get to the 29th degree, this is our final push. I always say the 29th degree is very critical, intense, because you know what you did and you know what you're going to get. It's kind of like that final test. Okay, it's like the ultimate degree. Your soul is like completed its long journey before, and it's ready for the next chapter, right? But this is a next chapter, meaning it's not a next, a next book. Excuse me, let's just say a next book. It's not really the same chapter. Yeah, it can be the same book, but this is something that intentionally changes your path, to where you are born anew, and there's no looking back. It's very intense. This is a final push, the 29th degree. And so, yes, that is all that I have for 0 through 29 in the degrees. And I just want to say one more thing, because these degrees really unlock the soul's evolution, through time, through space, or whatever you want to say, through dimensions. But we are growing, internally. We are always growing, right? And each step, and each whatever path that we decide to take, whether whatever path that we decide to take, this all is going to lead us to spiritual mastery, if that makes sense. And we have to be very mindful of wasted time, wasted energy, wasted potential, and all of these things, and really tap into the so called challenges of life. But really, there aren't that challenging, they're just there for understanding. So if you have a degree where you feel as though, wow, like, and you have like the 0 degree, like me, and you're starting out new with certain things, um just be very mindful that that's what you were supposed to do. You signed up to do those things, and though it feels new, and it feels scary, and it feels uncomfortable, you have no idea the service that you let's just say that, like, do you want to come back to this life? It's like, no, I'm just kidding. It's all it's all to level you up in some type of way. And I feel as though when we are doing our mastery within self, we are actually doing what we were supposed to do in this life, besides anything else. So yes, that is all that I have to say. I hope that was helpful. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, please. And I hope this video was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want me to go over your charts one-on-one, I do offer natal chart readings. You can find all that information down below. If this video was helpful, please try to share it with someone else, because I'm trying to spread the wisdom on astrology, on self-empowerment, on self-awareness. No one is going to get through this life not knowing who they are, and not trying to find out who they are, and wasting their whole life doing absolutely nothing. No, no, no. Or wasted time and energy on things that actually never even mattered. No, here. I'm here for this. So let's help each other and send it to someone else. I'll love you forever. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.